Today we are going to see about Interstellar movie plot. Interstellar is a 2014 epic science fiction film co-written, directed, and produced by Christopher Nolan. It stars Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, Jessica Chastain, Bill Irwin, Ellen Burstyn, Matt Damon, and Michael Caine. Set in a dystopian future where humanity is embroiled in a catastrophic blight and famine, the film follows a group of astronauts who travel through a wormhole near Saturn in search of a new home for humankind. Brothers Christopher and Jonathan Nolan wrote the screenplay, which had its origins in a script Jonathan developed in 2007. Kip Thorne, a Caltech theoretical physicist and 2017 Nobel laureate in physics, was an executive producer, acted as a scientific consultant, and wrote a tie-in book, The Science of Interstellar. Cinematographer Hoyt van Hoytema shot it on 35mm movie film in the Panavision anamorphic format and IMAX 70mm. Principal photography began in late 2013 and took place in Alberta, Iceland, and Los Angeles. Interstellar uses extensive practical and miniature effects, and the company Double Negative created additional digital effects. The plot starts within 2067, as humanity is facing extinction following a global famine caused by ecocide. It has since abandoned scientific pursuits such as space exploration. As a result, ex-NASA pilot Joseph Cooper is now forced to work as a farmer. Cooper experiences a gravitational anomaly in his daughter Murph's bedroom. He deduces it to be a pattern of GPS coordinates and arrives at a secret NASA facility headed by Professor Brand. Brand explains to Cooper that they are trying to find an exoplanet capable of supporting life, and that he is working on solving a gravity equation to provide a way of transporting large numbers of people off the Earth. He enlists Cooper to pilot an exploratory spacecraft called the Endurance, equipped with 2 Ranger craft and 1 lander craft, with a crew of 3 scientists: Romilly, Doyle, and Brand's daughter Amelia. This is humanity's last chance. There are no more resources to mount another expedition. A wormhole has been found near Saturn, enabling the ship to pass through into another galaxy to search for a new home. On the other side, they investigate 3 planets orbiting a supermassive black hole, Gargantua, with each one previously being checked by a NASA scientist explorer. Romilly remains in orbit to study Gargantua while the others take a Ranger craft to the surface. The first planet is an ocean world of shallow water. Upon arriving at the beacon and finding debris, they realize the explorer Miller is dead, and Doyle gets swept away by a tidal wave generated by Gargantua's gravity. The wave also floods the Ranger's engines, but they dry out in time for liftoff before the craft would have been destroyed. They return to the Endurance after only 1 hour, but 23 years have passed due to the time dilation caused by Gargantua's gravity. Back on Murph has become a scientist and begun working with Brand. On the second planet, the crew awaken the explorer man from cryostasis. He reveals to Cooper that he lied about the planet's habitability in the hope that someone would come to rescue him. Back on Earth, a dying Brand confesses to Murph that he lied about being close to a solution for the gravity equation. He put his hopes on Cooper's team finding a habitable planet and establishing a new colony using pre-fertilized eggs. Meanwhile, Romilly dies in an explosion at Man's camp when he attempts to access the system logs of a robot booby trapped by Man. Man tries to kill Cooper, escapes by stealing a Ranger and attempts to hijack the Endurance. Man then gets himself blown up when he disregards and overrides safety warnings after failing to properly dock the Ranger. After seeing the explosion, Cooper and Brand approach in the lander and they manage to regain control of the heavily damaged spacecraft, while all hope seems lost. Cooper comes up with a plan to use the remaining Ranger and lander crafts to execute a fuel burn, to gain the required speed needed to initiate a slingshot maneuver around Gargantua, to propel the damaged Endurance onwards to the third and final planet. However, he has to sacrifice himself by detaching and falling into the black hole to enable Brand to reach Edmund's planet. Instead of being spaghettified, Cooper finds himself inside a 5-dimensional tesseract, out of view from beyond the event horizon. From inside he can see moments in time from inside Murph's childhood bedroom. He finds her returning to look for clues to the gravity equation, and he contacts her by manipulating items in the room with gravity to communicate through Morse code. Deducing that this construct has been created by future humans with the ability to time travel, Cooper imparts to her the information she needs to solve the equation. The future beings return him to the solar system. He is reunited with an elderly Murph, who has used the gravity equation to enable humanity's exodus from Earth. She advises him to seek out Amelia, and he sets off. On the final planet, Amelia removes her helmet and breathes, revealing the planet is capable of sustaining life.